no thicker than its face, longer. Involuntary gags,
It's a
reflexive,
guest
struggling,
house.
as the worm wriggled around.
Go to my room. I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion. Persuasion.
And gradually, as the worm settled, dread. The worm was inside my brain.
Okay, I don't need to know
The
that.
bag lady drifted back to the center of the room. I was free to go, along with the worm, to do its bidding. It would eat me if I refused,
Oh boy.
perhaps starting with my brain,
Oh
though it
boy.
hadn't yet decided, and was curious about starting.
And finally, Poe.
Thoughts
Oh.
through the worm.
Hold on.
A new
I'm Poe, and this is your
August update.
August update.
the worm
Oh.
had to be told when talking with coworkers.
Seems like
I'm sorry, can I help you?
I've just moved in next door.
It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
Really? Anything I can help with?
No, not really.
The bag lady was getting hungry. Spare some change? The man said. He wore torn cardboard sign in hand and smelled of urine. The worm probed and hear the usual refrain.
John,
Hi.
I'm gonna be fine.
Good.
How long have we been together now?
On the radio? I started at Radio August about 2 years ago.
2
Why?
years.
No, I mean romantically.
You kissed me on the first day. Don't you remember? I was putting on my makeup and you came up behind me. I saw how you were watching me in the mirror. It made me feel alive.
Ew.
Why didn't you tell me about Dorota?
What didn't I tell you about Dorota?
That you were sleeping with her. I'm giving you a chance to tell me now.
It was just a fling, John. I wanted to try something different. To stretch myself. I would have told you eventually. All three of us could have had fun together.
Okay.
You do want to have fun with me, don't you, John?
Not like that. Okay. Back out. Back out. Back out. Get away. Get away. Get away. Fast. Fast. Change. 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 That's disgusting.
The bag lady appeared and changed form.
Zach said you were in Dorota's bedroom last night.
Did he? Did he tell you that he was there too? I assumed Dorota was disappointed with the sex they'd had, so Zach killed her for attacking his masculinity.
But you told someone else you didn't kill her.
Well, that's just a lie. He's covering for himself.
I'm so confused right now.
I never went into her bedroom. How could it?
Okay. Okay. Boyd, Chris, can you help me understand this, please? One point she says yes, she did go in there. And she says yes, she did kill her. He did kill her. But then he tells someone else that he didn't kill her. And then now he's saying that he saw her in there and she didn't go, even though she confirmed earlier that she followed. So, which is the case? Which one's true? I don't know. I'm so confused.
Unresolved issue.
Very good.
This was something you could.
Tell me about Victoria Chang.
Thanks for trying to cheer me up. We chased her up onto a rooftop, and she jumped. Rain almost saved her, but he couldn't hold on. Chief DuPont dragged that up, I suppose.
Yep, I'm sorry, I didn't want to. I'm not gonna ask that.
That was in Hong Kong. We've been to a lot of places, but the results are always the same. It's like we're not predicting murder. We're just making them happen somehow.
Therefore, someone in your group, Rain.
The job.
Oh, we need you, Alice.
Is shopping relates to needs and what you're having dreams about here, so it's your grocery shopping. So that in particular is...
Yeah, Dr. Tanner. She's checking up on Violet. Why are you still giving her a hard time about this? She's had it tough enough already.
What did Dr.
She
Tanner
wanted to
want?
check Violet was taking her pills. Apparently Violet told her to call me to confirm. She's dealing with a lot of things, just so go easy.
What things?
The doctor said the aliens are delusions, a side effect of her previous alcoholism. She's been sober 6 months, and I don't want to change that, Sam. The neuropathy she suffered due to alcohol is causing her problems. The pills are to try to help with that, but guess they have side effects too. Memory loss. She's not a monster, just a little girl lost.
Alcoholism?
She was drinking to forget. She ran with a bad crowd a few years ago. They branded their backs with symbols, basically a cult. The leaders were imprisoned, but they left a lot of baggage behind. You won't get any mileage talking to her about it, I assure you.
Thank you for your dreams.
You said Poe is a good friend.
I couldn't do this without him. He looks out for me. He's my best friend. What do you know, Sam? It's true. A girl likes to keep her options open. What if someone new were to turn up in town and I realize that I like them more?
Is she trying to get in my pants? Cut the act.
It's not an act. I have a sweet tooth.
Okay.
And I want to taste all the sweet things.
Run! Run for your life.
Areas, different
Run for
parts
your
of
life.
They're
Run for your
all
life.
all these different, perhaps
Run.
different aspects of her life.
Okay, so we're gonna run through this one more time, starting with Chief DuPont.
Hi,
No, new person in town was
Hi.
me.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
I came to this new person in town.
Issues in different aspects
Dorota
of her
lived
life,
there.
and-
She had a
and
house.
She is a
Are you still drinking, Violet?
Don't judge me, Claude. I'm using everything that's available to me to help me cope. Once you've got your killer, everything will go back to normal.
So she is drinking.
The rooms, they represent potential. Quite correct in what you're saying about filling up different aspects of her. I think what the bugs represent are the...
good.
Now, Lena, it sounds like... and if I'm honest, I think you're also plagued by insecurities about your
Okay.
ability, perhaps, to be the person you wish you
You don't
could
think it's
be.
Violet? That's good. Keep that in mind, because you are going to get to choose. Remember, chat viewers, once we get to the end here, you will be choosing whom I choose and I say is a killer. Therefore, you
I'm
choose
Violet.
if I live or die. So hopefully you've been paying
I'm
attention.
Violet.
And I have my own ideas of who it
Open
is,
it
but
and
maybe
die
I've
by
said
Mark.
things to try to confuse people, and honestly, I am
You're
confused.
friendly.
So I actually don't know who it is. But I
Old
actually
man
have no
hobbled
theories.
slowly down the
The first
street.
time I had an idea, but this time I think I've gained more information.
He paused to pull
And
his
different
tattered overcoat
information,
more
so it's
tightly
made it
around
more
his thin
confusing.
body as the bitter east spindly legs. Blew on his fingers, then resumed his painful progress. From the doorway of the boarded-up shop across the street,
The low cloud had brought the day to a premature dusk, and the cold wind had driven people.
Hey, Bronwyn.
Hi,
I'm
I'm
Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn.
That led down past the churchyard. It was a patch of deep shadow where the street lamp. We paused for a moment, then turned. The young men looked up and down the street, then lengthening their strides. The first scared the
Okay.
shit out of me. Night after night, I
So
dreamt
once I
of
go through
bloody, violent
everybody
death, and
again-
if I tried to stay awake,
Once I go through everybody, I already did Violet. Did I do Violet? Yeah, I did Violet. Once I go through everybody, we will go on to the next chapter.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Yeah. My first playthrough I chose correctly, but again it changes. So this time it's most likely different. There are several different characters.
Eating frenzy for the first time. It changed my life. Say, harder to live through. A magnet. I took an overdose enough to kill.
Okay, I don't need to hear that.
I suspect I survived because the beast wasn't ready to relinquish its hope. I spent a mental institution trying to rebuild my life, to find a way to live with the intolerable. At first,
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
while they
I'm
decided
trying to
their
do my
observation.
interpretations, not working out well.
Then they sent me back into.
So it looks like I've gone through all of the choices. At least most of them. So yeah, I'm gonna go through everybody,
Very lucky.
and one last time go through as Sam, and if nothing happens with anybody, then we'll be good. We'll move on, because we're getting to the end. The next two chapters are pretty short, compared to these ones. So, hi, I'm Alice.
I'm
Alice.
Alice.
Out there, it's a chill night, and there's. Keep the hood up on my parka without looking suspicious on. I take the trade.
I'm glad I kept the skip button now, actually, because it's helped quite a bit speed things along, or we'd be much further into this and we would not finish
The
tonight.
Pattonville Road, and I lose myself. Chucking out time in the pubs when the punters headed for the takeaway kebab.
Now time for Mr. Creepo. I'm
Zach
Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion. I have to get used to that timing, but I probably won't by the time this is over. Right, she doesn't want to talk to him.
Is on the back of my head as I head to the end of the street. Footsteps soft, but to my heightened awareness, thing is one. I slow down, give an innocent passerby the chance to save himself.
Okay. Oh,
Within me, the beat.
and it's time for the last one. Well, minus going back through Sam once.
I'm Poe, and this is your
August update. August update. This is your August update. I love that when he says that.
Slipped into the dark. The distraction passes, and the game resumes. He thinks he is stalking me, but I have a quiet corner than he. From the clatter of the footsteps following me. I don't know how many the beast.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. After this, we're going to take a brief break. So I'm going to change back into Sam. We're going to take a brief break.
Was worse.
After I go through everyone with Sam one more time. You told me about the cult.
How do you do it, Sam? It's been just a few hours since you've arrived, and yet you've got my life story already. can barely remember anything about it anymore.
I'm not gonna say I'm
Drank
from the
solidly for quite a long time. Day drinking, morning drinking, afternoon drinking. According to Dr. Tanner, I've hurt my body quite a bit. My nervous system. Alcoholic neuropathy. That's why I can't really feel the tips of my fingers anymore. Most of the memories have gone now. It just took quite a bit of me with it.
And of course, I will go on quietly, but
Interesting, huh?
I once had to feed. I usually get about a week's warning. They're out. I dare not be anywhere where I don't know the ground well.
What do we know?
Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one, Lexi Taylor doesn't. I got my search back on Rain, or Petrovsky, as we should call him. He's got priors that you're looking into. Rain met Ellis when he was touting for work. He gets around quickly. Zach seems to be a fan of serial killers. At least, you've told me he has an extensive book collection on them. Ellis knows Violet because of the Free Radio project. Violet's been doing some web searches on Ellis. You think that's a jealous streak. I think it's a sign of the times. You've still not accepted my friend request, have you? Ellis thinks Violet doesn't like her very much. I'm not sure I like you very much. Where's the proof? Violet's just admitted being at the crime scene last night with Zach. It's not looking good for Zach now. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. I think you've narrowed it down to Zach, Rain, and Lexi. That's just my professional opinion, mind you. Feel free to ignore the person who hired you. That's it.
Take my time.
Alice?
Hands on hips.
And finally, Poe.
Patient within me.
Okay.
Hey, mate. You got a light?
So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take a brief break. When I say brief, I do mean brief. I'm gonna go in the car. We're gonna listen to some more Poe and Monroe. I'm gonna go get something to drink, use the restroom, and then we will be right back. Should take 5 minutes max, hopefully. So yeah, brief break. You can listen to some more of this, and then when I get back, we will start on the next chapter. Oops, I did not want to do that.
Joyce is about his life and me. Fuck you! Give me the money!
Okay,
He pulls out
sorry.
the knife from inside his jacket. 8 inches.
Sorry
Big
if
enough
there's
to skewer
language.
an elephant. And I'm relieved.
So I'll be
needed
right
to
back.
see the threat.
Apologies.
I relax and open the gates. Let the broken body crumbles in.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Okay. So, are we ready, guys? I'll wait for the confirmation in chat. Are we ready to move on to the next chapter? Because it looks like everything's been done. Thanks, Chris. It looks like everything's been done. I went over about twice over with all the characters there, checking to see if there's dialogue options. Doesn't seem to be any. So, are you guys ready to continue? Feel satisfied enough with my detailed look at things? So I'm going to be honest, this is as much as my playthrough is as those in chat's. Because in the end, chat will make the final decision. So is that a yes, Boyd? Is that a yes? It's also really cute. I love those emotes. Okay, Boyd's ready. Chris, are you ready? And if anyone else is in chat, are you ready? Those emotes are amazing. Okay, next chapter it is.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens will be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe?
So here we go. What do you guys think? I'll protect her at her house. Send an officer to her house. Tell her to leave town. I believe there's an achievement, by the way, for sending her to her house. Sending an officer to her house, but what you guys want is what we'll do. So what is it? 2, send an officer to her house, and 1, I'll protect her at her house. So, personally, Boyd, just so you know, I agreed with you. My original playthrough, I protected her at her house, which I did not record, by the way. But since Chris said 2, I'm interested to see what happens if we send an officer to her house.
I'll send Danny over. And that means there'll be nobody at the guest house. So be extra vigilant.
What do you mean you're sticking me with Danny? Danny is basically doing out a scream. I'm a sitting duck. Isn't there anyone else? Chief Dupont? The only thing I've ever seen him run after is an ice cream truck. Fine. Danny it is. I just hope you know what you're doing.
No, you hope you know what Chris is doing. Chicken achievement. Ha! That's good. Chris, we got the chicken achievement. Good news, what?
Sam, Ellis is still with us. Danny's inside the house now, where I told him to be in the first place, so it's probably just luck that nothing happened. I think you should check back in with the tarot readers, though. They say they've got a new target.
Okay.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August
So everything
update.
worked out good then.
Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Okay, guys, are you ready? You ready for what is probably going to be the last chapter? You ready? I have no choice but to go on, but I want to make sure you guys are ready. Because I will be choosing you guys to decide the final choice of the game. So here we go. So let's just keep the suspense going. Let's gather the information we know. Nothing happened to Ellis at her house when Danny was watching her. So we don't know if there's going to be another suspect that's going to come in, or if there's going to be another target, from what the tarot readers say. Really, the people we're looking at are Zach, because he has a book collection on serial killers. Rain, because he's not actually Rain and had an incident previously. And Poe because he's a creep. And possibly Violet because she has her mind going all over the place, but it could just be because of the trauma she experienced with a cult in the past. Or is that made up? Okay, so that covers it up basically. So here we go.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you. We can't predict that. The next victim, it's you.
Dun dun dun.
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?